Hey y'all, it's me, Lynn Daniel, coming to you today on The Buddy Zone. This is my teacher channel here on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, I am going to suggest to you, those of you who are very busy teachers, and most of my friends who are teachers are extremely busy, please click on 1.5 speed so that you can hear me at a little faster pace because I speak slowly. And so I want to respect your time, but I want you to watch this whole video because I'm going to make this a long one, I think. I mean, we'll just have to see. So if you didn't see my previous video from, I think it was Thursday or Friday, about getting in 1 hour of fun and just a little chatting, go check that out because teachers should get in fun. We are always doing something, grading papers, planning lessons, duties, after school clubs, and all these stuff. And so we need to do some stuff for ourselves, right? Right. Okay. So yesterday I took, 3 hours for myself, I think? Yeah, from like, maybe it was 4 hours. I took 4 hours to myself. I went to the teacher store. Now here in my city, we have this nonprofit teacher store. Let me make sure I don't have, because I had just put on my little red lipstick and I forgot to do the pucker test. You're always supposed to do the pucker test. Just make sure your finger is clean. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So yesterday I went to, we have a teacher store here that is a nonprofit teacher store, and you pay for an annual membership, and then the prices are just ridiculously cheap. I got so much stuff for, 13 bucks? First off, I was going to go to Walmart or Office Max because I needed these big crocodile clips or alligator clips, whatever they call them. And then I thought, why don't you go to the teacher store just to check out office supplies? I'm glad I went because I was able to get a bag load of these for $1. Now, I don't know how many were in the bag, but I got, so maybe 15 or 20, maybe. These, plus I have already clipped, look, y'all, this is my life. Look. Okay, I've already used some of them on here, so that's 2. And then here's one that's 3. And I didn't clip any of these. I didn't clip this one, but I did clip this one. So I think I must have got like 15 big clips in the bag for $1. And then they had the fill the bag for $5. Now I already put the bag up. I'm not going to go get it, but it's like a gift, a nice size clear gift bag with a handle, and it's maybe 5x8, 6x9 size. So like bigger than this in its length and width and thick. I got, okay, I got these clips. Now these are the smaller ones. I got this cup full of clips, and I got 4 big old jars full of clips for $5. The lady in the line said, "What are you going to do with all those clips?" I'm like, wait and see. So that was, and then, so at the end, like when you spend $10, you get to pick 5 free items from the real cheap bin and 1 nice item. So I got this little diary journal, and then the rest of the stuff is like packed up to go to work. I got 3 mugs, so I was looking to get 4 mugs to make a set, but I got 3 mugs, and I got a picture that's real nice with a little positive phrase on it. It says something like get lost in, I don't even know what it says, but it's very like get lost in something you love was like the gist of it. And then I got these free binders. So I need to bring those in because all this paperwork needs to be filed some kind of way. I need to hole punch it and file it. So this is my life. I wish you all could see my desk. It's like, it's organized, but it's organized chaos. Because, let me show you again. This is what I be doing. Y'all. This, you see all that? That's stack one. This, you see all that? That's stack two. Then I just put my book away and it has some few articles. And then this, these are just like next steps that I need to do, take care of. So teachers, I mean, you know, my life as a teacher, I like it. I like all the busyness. I like the busyness keeps me engaged. So I'm actively doing something that I like. And I just happen to like the nerdy, boring stuff. I'm sorry, I don't like the drama in your emotions, all hyped up, having hypertension, high blood pressure over craziness. I don't get thrills out of all that emotional drama. That is not my style. But if that's what you like, do it. So over in my little boring world, this is what I be doing. Now I want to show you all, I ordered some glosses because I love lip gloss. I love lip gloss. I ordered some lip glosses from Forever 21 online and they were $1.60 each. And so I got, what is this, 5? Now I know Rihanna, whatever her name, my daughter has a friend with that same name, but I think hers is pronounced Rihanna. So Rihanna has a new makeup line, but I am not paying all that big dollars for makeup. That's not my world. This is my world. Forever 21 lip gloss, $1.60. This one is the color Wine. Oh, this one was $1.90. Okay, there's a little price tag thing right there. If you can see that. High Shine is the name. Let me see what it looks like. Let's see if it... Oh, I gotta bust through all kinds of... No, I don't feel like doing that. It's got safety wrapping on it. Pull the safety wrap off. And, oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. I'm going to put it on my hand. Oh. Can you see that? So that look good on pretty much any pigment, any skin tone. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, let me get a tissue. Wipe that off. Yep, and it does look like grape jelly. Okay, now this one, I love pink on my lips. And this red is from the Lip Bar. The two sisters or two girls, ladies who were on Shark Tank. That is, and it's matte. That is the only matte lipstick that I will wear. And they raised the price and it looked like they made the container smaller. I just was on their website the day I ordered these. And I opted to just order these because I was like, I still have one pretty much full container. I'll just wait. Okay, so this one is High Shimmer, and it's more of a pink, and I just tore the name off. On this bag, it doesn't have the name. I tore the name off and threw it in the trash. Okay, so let's see what this one. Now this one is frosty, and it's very bright and light. So this one probably would just look like a lot of shimmer if I wore it alone, and it may need some backup to give it a little color. but before I wipe it off, you can see the pink of it. So, I mean, you know, that'll work well on this brown skin girl. Let's see, brown skin is, some colors really pop on brown skin. I'm looking for the name. The name is on this piece of paper right here. Seashell Pink. Probably backward. Because I'm filming on my computer desktop thing. Because holding my phone, no, I can't be holding that phone. No, look, it's the weekend. I'm going to use improper English, okay? Don't get on me. Please. Let a girl rest. Okay, this one is Cocoa. Oh, my great Scott. There we go. Cocoa. This one cost $1.90 from Forever 21 online. I think shipping was $5, I think. Shipping was hardly anything. You know whose shipping I really like is Piping Rock. Piping Rock has like $1 something shipping. If you like essential oils, check out Piping Rock. You can get all, then they have 2-for-1s all the time. I go on there and I load up on my favorite essential oils and then just have to pay $1.60. Sometimes it's free, I think, if you spend like a certain amount of money. Okay, this one is Cocoa. I just showed you the label. Ooh, this is pretty. And this is just like a perfect match on my skin. Look, it looks just like a high gloss, a shellac. Pretty. Ooh, I'm going to be pretty this fall. All my pretty colors. Ooh, now look at this one. Wait, let me wipe this one off. Okay, this one I love. Now, look, I think I already have this one. This is the one that I already have, and I probably should have just loaded up. This one I love. It's just called Pink. Pink. Hello. Oh, good night. You can't even see it. It was $1.90. This is the one I love. I already have this one. It is thebomb.com. It's very pretty. It's pink and it's shimmery and it's high gloss. It's very moisturizing and I like it. I keep this one at school though, but I just recently put it back in my purse because I'm like, I might want to wear this, you know, and at school with talking all day and instructing, just talking, you know, I get dehydrated, like I need water or I just need to be moisturized on my lips. So yeah, then I have one more. Okay, this one is, it looks very pale. It may look a bit shocking on brown skin. I think it's called Pink Pearl. Pink Pearl. Can you see that? It was $1.90. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, this reminds me of like something you would wear at a nice engagement. Like, looks like something bridesmaids would wear or something like that. It's very pretty. Very neutral-like. Okay, let's check out. Oh, let's check it out and see how it looks on brown skin. Yep. So it looks, it's just a shimmer. So I wonder how that will look on my lip. Like, will it need a little backup color or will it just work by itself? But in any case, it will probably just look like a shimmery lip. So I have all 5. So I spent, I really could have gone and picked them up at the store, but I don't have time to be walking around Forever 21. I don't have time, you all, really. So, like, if you like the shopping experience, just go to the store and get them. But I really just did not have the time to do that. Okay, so what else did I want to share with you all? Okay, so my studies are moving along. Oh, before I even talk about my studies, let's do a little electronics. Talk about some electronics. I'm going to unplug my phone because it's charging. In this gadget. Now, I can't remember the name. I'm going to call it a power pack because that might be the name. So one of my colleagues had something similar to this when we were at a meeting a couple of, like last week or something. And I said, what is that? And she said, oh, it's a power pack. It's a battery that charges your phone. Well, I asked her all kinds of questions. How much did it cost? Like, how much power does it have? And like, how long does it charge your phone? So on lunch break, I drove to Walmart and she told me like the size of the power to look for. Like, I think it was 20,000, whatever the measurement is. And so that's what I was looking for when I went into Walmart, and they didn't have it. They had like 10,000 and for like 29, 39 bucks. And this one is 18,000, whatever the measurement is. And this one was 18.99 or whatever. So what you do, it comes with this cord. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. And I'm sure you all don't say cord in the 21st century. But it comes with this. Okay. So you plug that into the battery pack. And then you plug the other end into your phone, and then you push that button right there to turn it on. And you heard my phone, it said ta-da, doo-doo, and then your phone is charging. Well, my phone is already at 100%, but so now I really don't like having all this electricity or whatever with me, but I carry it in my purse, and then when I get to work, I sit it in an area where I will remember to get it at the end of the day. Because this year, for whatever reason, I think it was because I moved my charging station further away from my teaching desk, and I left my phone at work twice and had to go back and get it. And I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have time for that. So when I saw this, I said, okay, I will get this. But I keep it, kind of far away from me because it seems very powerful. So I'm going to unplug it now and, sit it back down here where it was and put it back together how I had it. And so yeah, that's my world. Now let me talk a little bit about my studies because I know you all want to know how this dissertation is going. So first off, I want to say that you all, my dissertation is a 5-year program. I am in year 5. I embarked on furthering my education after I had my open heart surgery in 2011 because I was like, hey, I ain't ready to die yet. My life ain't over yet. And so I immediately, during my recovery phase, I started the superintendent's program, the educational administration program for educational specialists and superintendency. So I finished that program in a year, and that was interesting. It was interesting. And it was in that program when I realized that, why didn't I just do a doctorate? But I really needed to make sure that I had the stamina and the commitment to a doctoral program. I knew I wanted to do a PhD and not an EDD. I knew I wanted to do a research doctorate. And so I was having a hard time finding a research doctorate in reading in my area. So when I did, I found a couple of schools, one in Florida and one in Chicago. and no, and one in California. So there were three. And so I narrowed it down to the one that was closest to me. So in case I needed to do residency or whatever, I could get there 5 hours to Chicago from St. Louis. So that was one of the another major factor in my decision to pick the school I did. Another factor was um, the history of my school, and the it's a small school, but it has a very solid academic reputation. And even though the program that I am in, that I am finishing, was relatively new when I started it, the other programs had produced graduates in the ph.d. programs. So, you want to look at that, like how many students are starting and finishing. If too many students are starting but not finishing, to me, that's a signal that something is not there to meet their needs. And from the statistics that I looked at my school and other schools and their programs, I felt that I was going to get the support that I needed. Now, I mean, at this level, you're not leaning on people like in undergrad or in high school, or, even in graduate. There is a high level of independence that you have to do, but you really have to have the discipline to do it. And I realized that early on. And even, some of the different activities or classes that I took required varying degrees of like quick turnaround in task completions. And I remember one course where I had so much to do at school, and I had so much to do, with teacher certification here, that it was like, oh my gosh, I was lagging on the quick turnaround on some commitments that I had, but I was able to get that taken care of and be fine. So the doctorate is no joke. This doctorate program that I am in is rigorous. That's what I mean by it. It is no joke. It really will test you. I mean, 5 years is a heck of a long time, you all. In 5 years, my grandson has gone from being, 2 years old till he'll be 7. And I have a new granddaughter who will be 1 year old and very soon. So a lot can happen in 5 years. In 5 years, I retired and took on a new position, So a lot can happen in 5 years. So would I recommend a 5-year program to you? If that is what will help you to be the best that you can be, then yes. If you just want a doctorate, you can just go anywhere and get a doctorate. But if you want to come out being an expert and really knowing your stuff, making the connections that you need to make, building a strong network of highly qualified professionals who can vouch for you, for your credibility, making friendships, long-lasting friendships. That's something that I really need to work on doing, because even though I have long-lasting friendships, I don't make a lot of newer friendships, and I need to, work on that. But so yeah, if you can handle the rigor of a 5-year, then go for it. If you really can't be honest with yourself, because why pay all that money to start and then you have to stop? And if you can't keep up with the workload, you need to be honest with yourself, because the workload, you really shouldn't look for shortcuts. And I'm just speaking out of what I've learned, because at the very beginning, I knew it was going to require like an hour to 2 hours every day, sometimes more every day, doing something. And when I did not do that, I felt it. I felt it when I had to play catch up. I felt it when I had to spend my entire weekend like researching and writing and just trying to get things done at a high quality. And so, like I tell my students, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So do your work every day. So I gave you that big long preface just to say my dissertation is coming along. I am moving forward. I got news that I am going to move forward, so I'm grateful for that, because I remember, like, when my dad was alive, he used to tell me, "Don't cry, Lenny. Don't cry." He called me Lenny. "Don't cry, Lenny. If you can't keep up with the footmen, how you going to keep up with the horsemen?" There's a scripture in the Bible that speaks on that. Like, if you can't keep the pace with the soldiers who are on foot, and you're fighting against soldiers on foot, how in the world are you going to win against soldiers when they come riding in on horses? That's just, a metaphor for life. We all face challenges, and if you can't keep up with the challenges on your level, how you going to overcome those bigger challenges? So I didn't cry, I didn't complain. Just buckle back down, like I was saying in my previous video about reflection. Buckle down, look at what you need to do. If you haven't done all you need to do, shut up and do it. So I'm thinking of my friends here on YouTube as I'm speaking. Smarty Styles is in her, I think she's doing a doctorate. You doing a doctorate, Smarty Styles, girl? LaTanya, you doing a doctorate, girl? Go on with your bad self. And I'm thinking of who else is in a studying. I have some non-teacher friends who, I can't think of her name. She finished her Tracy finished her doctorate. Tracy, what is your channel? I forget your channel. She finished her doctorate. And so kudos to you, Tracy. If I can think of your channel's name, I'm going to put it on here. Kudos to you. She's a young girl. Was able to get hers done young. And then, it can be done. I just knew that I wanted the PhD because I'm figuring like this. Why do all that work? Now, there is value in the EDD. Don't get me wrong, but you have to look at what are your own professional goals. And see, this is where people get all twisted up and acting like you stepping on their toes. Look, I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. Take it or leave it. But you have to, this is what I have been coached and mentored on and told. You have to understand what your professional goals are. Even if you don't know exactly how they look, go with what you dream and what you sense for yourself for your future. And when you determine what that is, then and you have like an idea of where you want to be in the future with your professional goals, then you can decide whether the EDD or the PhD is right for you. And so with that in mind, I knew that the research doctorate would be best for me because I'm a Black woman. I'm a Black person and I'm a woman. And I felt that in order for me to have an advantage and to make myself just as credible and ready as every other candidate, who may not be, or who may be the same as me, but who may not be, I needed to have the most, the best preparation and the most appealing vitae to present. And not only that, I needed the skill to back it up. So yeah. So, I was looking at, it's in my bedroom. I was looking at this, she mentors professionals on career decisions. And so she has this free ebook. And in the ebook, she talks about how to determine your future, like your future. How do you map out your goals for yourself? And she had suggested that you look at, go on LinkedIn, and look at find 50 professionals who have the career that you think you want, and read their vitae, read their page, read their information about their training the skill sets, their education, the schools they attended, you know, certifications, all kinds of things. Just look at it. Even look at how they appear. You know, how they present themselves on their little avatar icon picture thing. And then she said, look at 50. And from that 50, from all of those, then develop a composite for yourself that reflects your best self to the world to the professional world that you're trying to become a part of, you know? And so yeah, man, can I run? I feel like running and getting her ebook so I can tell you her name is oh guys.